The greenhouse effect is what actually determines the temperature of a planet. For example, if you were in Mars, where carbon dioxide is a very small component of the atmosphere, then you have a very cold climate. If you're in Venus, then you would have a very warm climate because you have a lot of greenhouse gases. In the atmosphere, we have a more complicated situation in that we have the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane that contribute to a global warming. However, they get amplified by the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. So as you warm up the atmosphere from increasing greenhouse gases, on the water vapor increases even much larger amount, and that actually provides a positive feedback on the climate system, so that the water vapor and the other greenhouse gases act to trap radiation in lower part of the atmosphere, and therefore you essentially warm up the lower part of the atmosphere as a result of the greenhouse effect.
We're already have CO2 concentrations in our atmosphere that are higher than they've been for at least 400,000 years and probably more than 20 million years.
In the last 30 years, since the mid-60s, temperatures should actually go down if nature were the sole driver. However, since the 70s, the temperatures have been rising very rapidly, and it's this trend that is attributed to the increase in greenhouse gases.
In the past, up to the beginning of this century, humans had very little role in changing climate. The real influence of human beings has started with what's called the fossil fuel era, when we started burning fossil fuels, when we also started deforesting areas like the Amazon basin and the rainforests in Africa and so on. So we're almost at a cusp, at a point where the balance between human influences and natural influences tipping towards the dominating effect of human influences.
We must accept the fact that humans are now part of the climate system. They're not separate from it, but we can influence climate, the global climate, by burning fossil fuels, putting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, as much as sea ice can change the climate, as much as glaciers can change the climate. So we are now an integral part of the physical climate system.